Big 12 open for business.
There is no doubt the Big 12 is open for business. We will leave no stone unturned to drive value for the conference.
Today, the one piece of information that I needed more than anything else came out today. It came out today. This is the piece that I've been waiting for. I needed one more thing to tell me that this was, A, the right thing to do, because a lot of times presidents of universities usually make these decisions. It's not ADs, it's not coaches. Coach Prime will probably not have a whole lot of say in this, I'm sure. But generally speaking, status quo is a big deal to them. So they don't want to go and disrupt things, especially when they think they have a good academic alliance in their particular conference. But in this particular case, there's got to be one other thing, and it came out today. CBS Sports came out with an article that was talking about Brett Yormark. Now, Brett Yormark is the relatively new commissioner of the Big 12, okay? So he is the new kid on campus. Not a lot of people knew a lot about him, and even I really didn't know a lot about him until I started doing some research on him. And this guy is a bad boy. He's a bad boy. And let me tell you about bad boy. So this guy is a marketing guy. He has been in sports marketing basically his entire life. And for those of you who watch NASCAR, he actually is the guy that went to NASCAR and developed a relationship with Nextel. And you see this coming, and then next you have the Nextel Cup. He's the guy that made that happen. And that's like almost $1 billion deal. And this was almost a decade ago. So this is this guy. So we've got a salesperson. We've got a mega hype marketing salesperson running the Big 12 against our commissioner in the Pac-12 who can't seem to say yes to a media deal. So now you've got the big dog and the dog that's just waiting for something to happen. And I think you know what's going to happen here. This guy, Brett Yormark, sounds identical to Coach Prime. So let me go through this for you, this article, and let you tell you why this sounds like the new Colorado Buffs, okay? So right now, the Big 12 tournament is going on in basketball. In this Big 12 tournament, they pulled Shaquille O'Neal to work. For the next thing you know, Brett actually goes and takes a big chunk of the stadium and turns it into basically a club for rich people, sells these seats for $5,000, and has all sorts of musicians come out, like rap artists and things like that, doing all kinds of stuff to kind of hype it up and make it like really cool. And the article actually says, and I'm going to say this, hipper, younger, and sexier. That's what he's doing to the Big 12. Brett is making the Big 12 hipper, younger, and sexier. He is making it what the Pac-12 probably hasn't been for a long time. You have a lot of meat coming into the Big 12, and then now you add Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah, and you take a big chunk of very good schools in the into the Big 12. Holy mackerel, guys. I'm telling you, this would be a super conference. This would be a super conference. Marketing. It's getting the hype going. It's getting these colleges wanting to be involved. It's getting these rivalries set up. It's creating a sexy conference. This marketing push in the center of the country, I think, keep your eye on this, guys. Keep your eye on this. Colorado just got out of a special session, and nobody really knows what specifically they were talking about, but all eyes are on the fact that this might be about a potential conference change. And the fact that no news came out of this tells me that it probably is about that, and they are really strongly looking at changing conferences. And otherwise, it would have just come out and we would have heard immediately, we're sticking in the Pac-12 or whatever the meeting was about, this is what it was about. There's enough eyes on Colorado right now where I think someone would have found something out. Man, so this is bigger. This is getting real, guys. This is really getting real. This is something that I see as a tangible news article that kind of lends itself to the fact that the Big 12 is doing more than just saying, hey, come over here because the Pac-12 is dissolving. They're saying, hey, come here because we are sexy and young. And oh yeah, by the way, Colorado, isn't that what you're going for right now? Aren't you rebuilding your program into this marketing juggernaut? Imagine if you came over here and you had Brett Yormark as your commissioner and you guys worked together to build this. Holy mackerel. Boom. Blow it up, guys. This could be big. And I'm not going to make more about this than I probably should. But this is what's happening in my head.
You know, my focus right now is to see what happens throughout our industry.
You know, there's a lot of moving parts, and I continue to have conversations with Gonzaga, but I think as I prioritize what our next move might be in expansion, there's other things right now that I'm focused on. But I just felt, based on where we are as a conference today, we needed the biggest distribution possible. We need the biggest platform to promote and market our member institutions. You know, I think we have brands that are right on the cusp, and we want to make those into household brands, and there's no one better than ESPN and Fox to do that for us. They're great marketing partners. Being on the biggest stage possible with ESPN and Fox was critically important to us. And it was a driver, in fact.
Hey, Big 12, PL, we don't take a night off. Let's go. Look, welcome to the Big 12, where every night's a battle till the end. The energy in T-Mobile Center on average is a 10. They attack and we defend. The only path is to the rim. No other conference in this country's got this passion for a win. Lose sight of the goal, never put forth the maximum effort. The mission is get a ring. Our goals are Final Four or better. Every team is full of heart, and every game is packed with pressure. This number after 11, capital B-I-G letters. Big 12, elite, but how can you tell? Got up twice more than we feel. Heavyweight, that's on the scale. Prevail, can't accept the L. We hear the talking, but it's quiet after the tip. Use the naysayers as gas, that's word to Phillips 66. The bigger the game, the better we run. We not the same, second to none. Difference between us and them is the second place instead of the one. Working overtime all the time, what our job's about. That means ain't no calling in or clocking out. We don't take a night off. Any night could be the one. This is why we put in work, let's get it done. We don't take a night off. Leave it all out on the floor. Wanna know who's really winning, check the score, yeah. We don't take a night off. Any night could be the one. This is why we put in work, let's get it done. We don't take a night off. Leave it all out on the floor. Wanna know who's really winning, check the score, yeah.